Hello everyone, how's everyone doing? You guys doing good too? I'm doing good too. Let's get on to today's video session. Here we go. Yeah, did you hear that? I'll come back to electronic music. Here we go, here we go, go. Oh. Okay, so there you go. There was some Punjabi music from electronic again. So welcome back on my radio session again. So how you guys doing? You guys doing fine? Now we are going to be talking from Panasonic Q, which is continued from my previous video discussion where we were talking about the actual, there was so much work Panasonic put onto this system and why was the price so expensive, which I already told you already, but today we're going to clarify a bit more on the Panasonic Q. Welcome back. So we're going to just, I'm going to be telling you again what is so expensive. One thing, a color, where in my previous discussion I was talking about the color. The color doesn't really matter. Where I was saying that they changed the color. Well, I think having a different color, I think is quite good. Let's just change that bit today. I would say having a silver color is shiny silver color is one of the best colors you can ever have on a games console, especially because originally the Nintendo GameCube came in purple color. In my opinion, what do I think of purple? I think, right, you might be disappointed. It's one of the worstest color ever in a games console. Worstest. Why would you have a games console in purple color? Is Nintendo gone crazy or something? I mean, games consoles have always been in black. But why select as a launch as a purple color? I don't like the color. I don't like it. Here, now, right, silver color. It's really good. Having a silver color, it's pretty good. I think one of the thing in Panasonic Q is silver color. Is it good? Yes. Because it's shiny, silver color's really, really nice. Yeah? So the first thing that we look at, lots of people like that because they like the color. Yeah? Some people like to buy different color. Like, Nintendo always tries to release different colors, doesn't he, with his console? He does that. He did that with Nintendo DS. And the Nintendo GameCube. And, well, Nintendo 64 and Nintendo GameCube. He used to do that with that. And the color is a quite important aspect. So I would actually say that. So really, yeah, silver is really good. Now, if you look here, there's a handle here. And there's a handle here. It's same on the both sides. Should we have these both handles? You know what? It was to pick you up like that. Yeah, like that. From both sides. I know the original Nintendo GameCube just had a hand at the back to lift it like that. But I think it's better to have the handle at the top to hold it on both sides. That's another good advantage of the Panasonic Q. So now we've got the color and the handle. It's good. Yeah, that's good as well. Okay. The LCD display, which shows you data saying GameCube and DVD/CD. Should that really be there? It makes it expensive. It's expensive. That could be, I don't know, can be at 50 to maybe 50, between 50 to £100 extra. I don't really think the LCD display really should be there. That should be totally removed. I think Panasonic shouldn't put a display on there. Yeah, I literally think the display is very wrong to have because there are some costs on the actual display and that has put some price on the system. Yeah. What else? Right. If you look here, I don't know if you can see. There's buttons on there for your, for your DVD and audio CD. Okay. Should we have buttons on the actual system? Now, having buttons on there puts more cost. No, we should not be having any more. We shouldn't have any buttons there. No, there should be no buttons. LCD display and buttons below that is wrong. There are no to both. No to both. So let's just play our music again. Here we go. Woo! This is Bill Bang, Roman. Come on, with Jonic. Woohoo! Okay, there you go. So now, further along below, we will go more below this now. Right. Oh gosh, these buttons. Yeah, the ones on the left. And these buttons on the right. Should they be there? Well, he's put more features on there. More advanced features. Each of them buttons and that feature is adding more cost. Now it's making the system really expensive. Yeah, we're going to keep on talking about this. I think the LCD display was backlit. It's kind of like white. I would say it's like white, like light, very light blue kind of display. Buttons below that. Then right at the front, there's more buttons to the left and right. And no again. Oh gosh. Okay, let's keep going on. Right. You know these 4 controller ports. You know when you go into the game mode. The game mode is Nintendo GameCube. You know what happens to this when you go to a game mode? This. These will come with blue LED lights. Previously, I said no to this, didn't I? But don't you think it makes a great experience for gamers, especially on Nintendo GameCube gamers? Yes, it should be there. Let's pump some music for this man. Woo! Yeah. Yeah. I'm a bad boy, you know. It's Electronic. You're the guy. So yeah, let's carry on. So the blue LED light should remain there because it's really important to have that. I think because as every gaming device we have, they do have some kind of lighting and LED. So I think Panasonic used that as experience for gamers to have some lights in there. Right, and then below here, so it says yes to that, okay. And this 2 memory card slots, well, you need them to save your data for your games. And on the front, finally, he used a mirror faceplate. I'll show you that again. Right, this whole square thing, all of it, right in front, is a mirror faceplate. Whatever you put in front of it, you can see them. You can see it. Yeah? When you pick it up to your face level, you can actually see your face in there because it's like a mirror. This is very expensive. This is not cheap. We're talking about a mirror here. It's a mirror. I know some mirrors can be cheap, but this doesn't look like a cheap mirror because it's like shiny silver mirror faceplate, isn't it? It looks quality, and I don't think that really should be there. That mirror faceplate is a no. So that shouldn't be there either. This video is telling you about cutting the costs. What Panasonic should have done. Panasonic didn't concentrate. Doesn't even he care about Nintendo gamers? He just wants to rip off their pockets and sell it really expensive. Now, right at the back of the system, there was so much going on in the front and the back. I don't know what to say about this. I'm gonna go bonkers. All right. At the back, there was 2 phono sockets for 2 speakers. There's one at the top for 2 speakers, and there was below that there was another 2 as well. There was. Then 2 colors, aren't they? One for the left speaker, one for the right speaker. First line, then the second line, it's got left and right speaker again. That's 4 speakers we're talking about here. Should that be there? No, it should not be there. No, it shouldn't. That should not be there. Right now. Because having bonus sockets, I know for certain, it makes it really expensive. It does. It's not a cheap thing, is it? Then further on, going to the left, there was another socket for subwoofer. Why the heck do you need that? Seriously. That should not be there either. And below the subwoofer port, down below to the left hand side, we're coming to the left here. S video. S video. You know what? I gotta say this. I don't think there's any use of S video, man. It's not just the standard, really, is it? To have S video, why would you want to put S video in a games console? You don't really need one. More costs. First line phono socket costs. Second line phono sockets costs with 4 speakers. Subwoofer port costs. S videos costs. And by the S video to the right. Composite for video. You don't need that either. And then if you carry on to the below, to the left hand side again, DTS. DTS are very good for televisions. I mean, if any television's got DTS, you'll get sound out of it. Sound. I think, obviously it's not for video, it's just for sound. I think it's better off if you already own an AV receiver, if you got a 5.1 receiver, because that's what this Panasonic Q was a 5.1 system, wasn't it? Surround sound. If you got even a Panasonic AV receiver, or a Technics one, you get similar sound of 5.1 out of it. Really good. So DTS should be there. Yeah, definitely. And then to the right, in the middle, you probably already know, digital AV out. That's the same port originally, which was a Nintendo GameCube. As I already told you in my previous video, this cable comes with phono sockets, the 3, audio and video. Yeah, it comes with that. You can directly, so you can connect it from the back for digital AV out port, and then the phono sockets, you can connect them to your side of your television, to your composite, to the side of it, to get your audio and picture. If you prefer even a better solution than that, so the 3 phono sockets, that cable you get with it. The SCARTs, which have the 3 colored phono sockets. You can connect these connectors in there. You can put them in each one of them. And then you can put that SCART back in your television. That's if you got a SCART behind your television. Really good. You can either use the phono sockets, or you can use SCART behind your television. And you can have audio and sound like that. Should that cable be there? Of course. I think it's the best one to have. This digital AV out cable is the best one. You don't need any other cable. If I'm not wrong, Panasonic gave a cable, right? Which was this one. Let me tell you this. to which one it was. It was this one. Hold on. He gave this one. Do you know why he gave this one? Because he used the phono sockets for audio and the composite for video. He put that behind the system. That's why he gave this cable. I think having them sockets at the behind the system is wrong. Is wrong. That's why he gave this cable. Look. This one. Yeah. Hold on, let's get this straight. Audio. As I said, the first line right at the top and the left, this is what you connect for audio, and this is for video. You get that? For video. You put this on the phono sockets of the Panasonic Q at the back, and this one composite video on this one. That's how you connect that. And this one will go, as I said, you got television, right? Hold on. You got television. You got television, right? The side, you put these. There's 3 at the side, and there'll be the side panel. You put these in each color. That's it. And plug it in. And whatever your video source is, sometimes it's AV3. On your input source button on your remote control on your television, you select that source, whatever it is, and it comes on screen. You use that. This cable. Yeah. I think rather than giving this, yeah, I'm putting them sockets at the back. He should give the Nintendo GameCube digital AV out cable with it. They should have gave that one. They shouldn't bother with all these ports at the back. They shouldn't bother. This is putting too much cost. Yeah? Just have a digital AV out. That's what you need. They should have kept that. They shouldn't put them bonus sockets for audio and video, and they should have gave this cable either. No. We don't need this cable. We need the Nintendo GameCube digital AV out cable. We should have that one. It should have been like that. So there you go. Now, because of all this stuff we did from front to back, the price rised really high. It went to £499.99. Let's look originally back when it was actually released. The price. For Nintendo GameCube, I'm talking about the purple Nintendo GameCube here. In the UK, that was £129. Yeah? And you can probably get a DVD player standalone for around about £100. Yeah? So we look at £129 plus £100 for DVD player. That comes to £229. Normally, you wouldn't be spending $229. You probably would be just spending $129. You see, can you see what's going on? Why would I be saying that? Because loads of people already own DVD players anyway. They don't need to buy one. A lot of the people I actually knew already owned a DVD player. The only thing they just need is just a Nintendo GameCube. That's only £129. So how does That sorts your problem. So you just need to buy a Nintendo GameCube for £129, and Panasonic expects us to pay £499 for your system. That's far too much. Far too much. Too much. He's asking for the system. And that's what the problem with this machine system was. Okay. Selling out £499. He was ripping off people who wanted a Nintendo GameCube. But the thing about this system was, it was very attractive. It was feature packed with multimedia and Nintendo GameCube. Yeah, it's true. Okay. He wanted to give a system which is very special indeed. I understand that. I understand that very, very well. What Panasonic was trying to do. Now, if you look at the multimedia technology in the system, it was dazzling. It wasn't just like a DVD, was it really? No, it wasn't. Can I go back to the manual today? This is what I've been showing you previously. I'll show you again. This is what this is all about. Look at this. DVD there, Nintendo GameCube there, CD there. Yeah, it's all there. So on here it says, it's mentioning DVD, video, DVD plus R. And then for gaming, of course, it's Nintendo GameCube games. And then for CD, it says compact disc digital audio and VCD. Now further on, look at that. Look. This system has a lot of multimedia, CD media, yeah? Lots. I'm just going to read what's on this, the way they've written it. In alphabetical order, they're DVD, DVD-ROM, DVD RAM, DVD minus RW, then it says plus RW, CD-ROM, VSD, CDV, CVD, CD plus G, was CD dash G, SACD, SVCD, CD. Wow. Look at all these features, man, for CD media, for multimedia, man. It's a proper incredible system, don't it? But if you want all that, everything that I've mentioned, talking about just mentioning, if you want all that from Nintendo GameCube, DVD media, CD media, all of this, yeah? Not only that, all that with Panasonic game controller, Panasonic remote control, Panasonic Q games console, yeah, and you want all this, all that, you want all that, everything what's shown on here is the world's most amazing game system ever made, yeah, we all believe that. If you want all that, game controller and the remote, and all the ports at the back, the way Panasonic gave it to you, it's £499.99 then. Then it's right, isn't it? If you want all that, then it'll be right. But in a way, if you want to make it cheap, what I just told you just right now previously, it has to be done like that. Otherwise, you'll be spending a heavy price tag of £499.99. Yeah. I think they should release 2 models, don't you think? One of them should have been this one because this is one of the most technically high-end model what they're trying to give us, and they should have one release a basic model. I mean, the basic model should have been like this: Panasonic Q games console, of course, with Panasonic game controller, Panasonic remote control. We should, yeah, should be all that. No display, no DVD buttons, no buttons on the left side, no buttons on the right, no mirror faceplate, and at the back, no phono sockets for speakers, no subwoofer port, no S video, and no composite video port. There should have been a model like that as well. That model would have been way cheaper than this one. They should have sold both of these models and see which one works for them. But they just released one model and just ignored the whole system. They should have done that. They should release 2 models. And the one that sells the most, I think they should have sold this one as well. You know why? Some people who are a bit rich, who got a bit of money, some people would have bought this one. Yeah? In small amounts. As we know, the amount is sold. Some people would have had this one. Yeah? And a lot of people would have that basic model. Yeah, and it would have been very popular indeed. Some people would have bought this model as well. Some people would have owned the high-end model, and some people would own the basic model. They didn't think like that. They just released just one model, and that's it. And they just gave up, which is silly. And on the same day, I think they should release 2 models. It should have been like that. It should have been standard and high-end model. They should have done that. And that's it. I mean, any person who wants to buy the high-end model, few people would have bought that anyway. And the one which was sold the most would have been the standard model. Well, you could have kept that and kept on selling it. And then released it in the UK and US market. They could have done something like that. They don't think, do they? They just think, they just make something, and then they're not looking what they're supposed to be doing. You know, originally Nintendo only asked for a DVD in there. Did Panasonic do that? No. Panasonic went over the top. If Panasonic didn't want to release 2 models, yeah, then he should have just released the basic model. But if he wanted to release this model as well, the one we're talking about right now, then he could release this. Then he could release this one as well. Can you see where I'm coming from? because I think really Panasonic wanted to release something like this. Then release two models. Then you really bothered to release a very amazing games console. Then you need both models, really. But if you're not really bothered about the amazing games console thing, well, this is, then you don't need to release this one. Then you only need to release just the basic model. That's it. That would be cheap. Very cheap. I think for my recommendation, right, they could have dropped some CD media at it as well to make it cheap. I think, in a way, they should release the system, right? The starting price tag should have been £250. It should be on £250. And then slowly dropping it down, slowly. You know, going for prices like, dropping it slowly from like maybe from 250 to 235. Then probably even 220. Then 200. Doing things like that. It would have sold, trust me, it would have sold. Maybe the best price for a Panasonic Q games console should have been around about £200. Something like £199.99. Looks cheaper than 200 as well, isn't it? It should have been £199.99. It could have done something like that. I mean, to make this thing even cheaper, right? They should have bundled expensive controller and a remote control. They shouldn't give a remote control with it. Yeah, that shouldn't be in there. And they could have released a very basic Panasonic Q game controller. A basic one. A cheap one, like cheaply made one. Like a cheap version one. If people wanted a better Panasonic Q game controller, they should have sold that separately. And if they wanted for their DVD media, like CD and DVD media, they could have bought the remote control separate as well. You shouldn't bundle the Panasonic game controller and the Panasonic remote control with the system. That makes it quite expensive. It does. It should have been a basic Panasonic Q games console with just a game control, with just a Panasonic game controller. It's just a similar quality like the Nintendo GameCube controller. Yeah, it should have been something like that. That will cut down a lot of prices. You can't just put a really heavy, make it really amazing and put a heavy price tag. Really, that's a really wrong idea, isn't it? Really. If they really want to release this thing as well, they should release it. They should release it, yeah. I think to check out if this £499.99 system sells, they should have released about 300 of them. 300. They should release about 300 to 500 only. And to see if they sell or not. Yeah. If the sales weren't picking up so nicely, then they could have went for that basic model. Yeah. I think it was best to release both of them, really. Yeah. I think it would have been better if they released 300 on both systems. And see which one works. If one of them is not doing so well, they should have got rid of one of them then. Yeah. And the one which is selling really well would have been the basic model. They should have kept that one. They should have done another. The good thing about that, if Panasonic wanted to release this, he could release this as well. Because like even I said 300 3 to 500 units. 3 to 500 people would own this anyway. Around the world, 3 to 500 people would have this, which is good. You still, your most amazing system of 3 to 500 people would own it anyway. Some people would have had it. But on the other side, I think if it was £199.99, the basic model would have sold the most and it would have become really successful. You shouldn't really think things that top of your head really, because you won't sell something like that. Because people just wanted a Nintendo GameCube or a DVD, not something like this. Is this wrong, releasing this? I don't think it is though. But the customers wouldn't buy, would they? That's the thing, innit? They don't think out of the box. They don't think, do they? They don't think. They wouldn't pay something like that. And Panasonic should know that. It's too much money. And I think Nintendo must have got annoyed. You go, what the heck has Panasonic done? Why is it put on such expensive? What is this? Why does it make like this? Right. I'm going to tell you something. If a system is £499, and if they sold 100,000 units of these, you know how much money they made? Let's just forget about the sales. 499 times 100,000. You know what this is? If you sold Panasonic Q games console for £499.99 and you sold 100,000 of them, you will make £49,999,000. Wow. Did you hear that? I'll repeat that again. If a system costs in the UK, so Panasonic Q games console costs £499.99 in the UK, and you sold 100,000 of them, then you will make £49,999,000. That's a lot of money, man. A lot of money. And I wouldn't say that's a small amount. It's not. It's quite a lot of money. So that would be very, very successful indeed. So there you go. So there you have it. Now you know what they could have done with the price. A price is a big thing, isn't it? When it's a thing for games console. So you gotta think like that anyway. So give your likes, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.